In the spirit of bipartisanship, it's now my pleasure to introduce another key supporter of causes important to us, this time from the Senate, and a member of the Senate Finance Committee, which controls, as most of you know, much of the healthcare budget. He is a longtime supporter of efforts to increase screening for cancer, and he is a strong advocate of cancer prevention. Please help me welcome Senator Ben Cardin of the state of Maryland.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for being here. We need you here. Your voices need to be heard. Working together, we can beat cancer. We can win this fight. We're in March Madness right now, in many respects. But many of us know March Madness for rooting for our favorite teams, and the University of Maryland will be in both the men and women's teams. And I'm going to be rooting hard for the Terps, but I hope we will all root the hardest for the NIH budget. Yeah. We're in that budget season right now. The NIH budget will save lives. It will find cures to diseases. And by the way, it also creates good jobs. At NIH, and I'm very proud of NIH because NIH is headquartered in my state of Maryland. And I've been there many times. Matt Salmon talked about people who have hope today. I've seen the face of hope of people who are at NIH today, both the patients and the researchers. Incredible discoveries. But guess what? As a result of sequestration and shutdowns and CRs, we have lost a lot of ground at NIH. Dr. Collins, the director, will tell you that before the government shutdowns and sequestration, he was funding 1 out of every 3 worthwhile grants. He wasn't proud about that because that was not enough. Allowing 2 out of every 3 worthwhile grants to sit there and not be funded. A lot of creative researchers, a lot of people going out of the field because they don't have hope that they'll be funded. Well, it's no longer 1 out of 3. It's now 1 out of 6. We want that $6 billion back in the NIH budget because that just takes us back to the 2003 level adjusted by inflation. That's a reasonable goal, an increase of $6 billion for the NIH budget. It will save lives. It will save lives. I am proud to be on your team, and thank you for being here. We've worked long and hard, as you heard from Roy Blunt, to expand prevention, early testing. I'm proud of the work that I've done with Republican members of Congress to incorporate in our healthcare systems early screening without copayments so people can get access to care. I'm very proud of the numbers we now have that have adequate third-party payment so they can get the early detections. We can prevent diseases, cancer. Early detection of colorectal cancer can prevent colorectal cancer. Early detection of breast cancer, much better chance of survival. We need to invest in those early detection issues. I'm proud of the work we did on cancer trials, including the Medicare population. A lot of things that we've done. But to me, the real test of our country will be exactly what you heard from my other colleagues. What are the priorities for America? What is our leadership? Only the United States can do certain things. We can conquer cancer with the government of the United States in the forefront. We can do this. It starts with this year's budget. Let's not put it off. This year's budget. We're debating it this week. This week. That's why you're here. We all talk about our priorities. Now let us act on our priorities. Let us act on an NIH budget that will allow us to beat cancer and allow us to find the answers to many of these dread diseases, so we don't have any of these stories of where we could have saved a life and we didn't respond. So you're here today to underscore the responsibilities that the members of the Senate, the members of the House have when they make these budget decisions. We can do much better. We must do much better. No more sequestrations or government shutdowns or CRs. Let's enact a reasonable budget that provides the type of resources at NIH so that we can, in fact, beat cancer. Thank you all very much for being here.